Jane, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Fabulous.
Always.
Always good.
Debs, I think the biggest thing that we've been saying we wanted to talk about was the story behind the dragonfly print.
So the dragonfly is something that is extremely close to my heart. I lost my mom when I was 27. She passed away at the age of 56.
Baby.
It was 57. Sorry. It was confirmed post her death that she had Alzheimer's, kind of a cluster of dementia type symptoms in the years before that. It was a very traumatic time. My huge portion of my late 20s was spent looking after my mom. I've always had this special connection with dragonflies. Yes, it symbolizes transformation and many other beautiful things. For me, it's always been symbolic, a message from my mom. I had a tattoo of a dragonfly done on my wrist. You know, I was 27 when my mom passed. I'm now 50, so it's a long time ago. So many poignant moments in my life. I just have seen dragonflies everywhere. Just last month, there was one literally on my windowsill in my kitchen. The window was closed. I don't know how it got in there. And I stuck my finger out and it hopped onto my finger, and it didn't exactly want to just fly away either. So growing up, my mom was an extremely talented seamstress. She ran her own little side business where we always had people coming to our home. She was making matric dance dresses, Deb's ball dresses. I mean, the detail was impeccable. Wedding dresses. She never used a pattern. She was extremely talented. Knitting, crocheting, embroidery, anything like that. And it's only in hindsight now that I realize the eye that I developed for detail was one of the gifts that she passed on to me. And so I wanted, when we started doing exclusive prints, I wanted to have something that kind of symbolized and represented that. At the time, I was working with an amazing lady called Micah. She's a pattern maker. She's extremely creative. She's an artist as well. She drew in various forms and shapes dragonflies with watercolor kokies. She then plotted them on Illustrator, dropped in certain other background elements. I'd given her the brief of the colors that I wanted because they represented, you know, my favorite colors, the turquoises, the blues, the greens. For me, it just emits this calm feeling, and I see it with people when they see that range in the shop. They just gravitate towards the blues and the greens. And I think it resonates with so many people. Today you'll be able to find it on a swimming costume, a beach toweling robe, a cotton voile caftan, a viscose little bella dress. So all sorts of things, just bringing it across. Just know that when you're buying a piece that carries the dragonfly print, it's more than just a beautiful print. It really is a tribute to my incredible mom, who unfortunately was not given the opportunity to live out her full potential. And so in doing what I'm doing, I feel like I'm honoring that part of her.
Yeah. And then so beautifully, I feel like when I wear it, I reflect on those parts in my own life.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, of
love that.
Look for the messages around us that are in fact telling you, like I remember you saying, you're going in the right direction.
You just got to slow down
Yeah.
long enough to see them.
Yeah. And I think in that note, I think when I wear the dragonfly, I think to myself, how can I enhance the pieces that I get to wear from Positano? So even today, I'm wearing black Positano, and I think about, you and I have spoken a lot about this, and I've shared with you, when I became a mom, I slowly started to see my style dwindle into nothing, into sweatpants and into sweatshirts. I've always asked you, well, when I sit with you, I go, oh, Debs, I just love the way you've like color placed and like done things. And that makes me curious about how you wear things versus how you style things. And I really look to you in this way, and I know a lot of people do as well.
So thank you for that compliment, because it's not
What's
always
like
the
behind the
case.
scenes?
It's not always the case, trust me. But I agree with you. So many of us, myself included, we take that path of least Resistance and our little go-to and our Old Faithful because it's schlumpy, it's comfy. And I remember somebody that used to work for me saying to me, like, Debbie, you own a boutique now. You kind of have to up your game.
Okay,
So
that gives
like,
me hope.
Oh, okay, all right, good point. So trust me, it happens to everybody. And I think the comforting thing for me is that literally watching some YouTube channels, following certain people on Instagram, giving myself permission to play with accessories, to play with color, to play with scarves, to play with jewelry, that it reflects a part of my personality. I mean, I spent the longest time watching other people and thinking, oh, I wish I could dress like that. And I'm like, well, why can't I? Why can't I? I mean, says me in all black today.
But I look at your nails, I look at your ring, I look at your jewelry, and those sorts of things, your makeup, your hair, your necklace, like those are the sorts of things that, like your shoes, like attract these like focal points of just like tying an outfit together.
And I think that's really what it's about, is often, you know, and I'm a big fan of The Village on Facebook, and so many of the ladies say the same thing, like, oh, we don't have time, or oh, I don't wear makeup, or oh, I don't do that. It really doesn't have to take a lot of time. And if you don't do makeup, that's fine, but get a tinted moisturizer, a little bit of mascara, or even having your eyelashes tinted and having your eyebrows tinted. It can just frame your face. I mean, I've been tinting my brows and lashes, I think, since I was 15, because mine are blonde, and my face just completely disappears if I don't do that. Just you can still be in leisure wear, but just elevate it slightly. You know, a necklace, some earrings, a little bit of lip gloss. You don't have to look all dolled up, but you can just make a concerted effort to look a little bit more put together. And trust me, I don't always get it right.
I think you do, though.
No.
But I hear you saying, like, just do it, and you carry that confidence with it. Because when I put it on, sometimes I'm like, oh, who am I? Like,
who am I trying to be?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. But now when I look at you, you are quintessential Debbie.
Today I'm in black. This is my, you know, a little bit of red pop of color. I've got the red nails. I love this ring. There's a story behind it. There's a, you know, the earrings, it just all contributes to how I feel. You know, if I'd put a pair of sneakers on with this, I would have, you know, you can dress down, you can dress up. It's just playing with those things. I think it really comes down to give yourself permission. Look in your wardrobe, you know, costume jewelry, accessories, things, even at thrift shops. You can buy it for next to nothing. Even, you know, in the larger retailers. I mean, we've got a beautiful selection here in our boutique, but you don't have to get it from here. You know, just slowly start looking at what you've got and building it up. Could just simply be changing your shoes or changing the length of your jeans, or, you know, wearing colorful earrings, or wearing a cap with something. You know,
I've seen you like put a pull over your like shirt,
exactly. So a nice button. I'm quite a classic dresser in that I love a button-up shirt. I love, but then I like to dress it down with a pair of sneakers and a nice jersey over my shoulders. That's kind of my signature look. And that allows me the opportunity to play with a bit of color. You know, yesterday I had on green sneakers with the green jersey over my shoulders, and I love that.
And do you feel that it elevates your mood in ways in your day?
Totally. Because when I look at a scarf, I look at a shawl, or I look at colorful earrings, it just brings me so much joy. Like, I love it. So, and I think when you feel that, you project it, and then you'll be amazed at how many people say, oh, love your earrings, or where did you get your scarf? And then you're like, oh, thank you. Because we all love feedback. We all love it. And I think the one thing that I have made a concerted effort to do in the last probably 10 years of my life, even before I started in this business, is to acknowledge somebody when I see something that like, if somebody's wearing a beautiful blouse, I will literally stop them and say, oh my gosh, you look amazing in that. I know how good it feels when you get that feedback. So it's really coming from an authentic place. I'm not just going to say it for the sake of saying it. The amount of people where it literally
Makes their day.
transforms them and makes their day. And that's something that we all have within our control to do. We really can, you know, and just encourage each other. As women, we all think, oh, it's only me, like I don't know how to dress. But we all experience that. And if we as a community of women can just support each other and help build each other up, you know, acknowledge that we're all kind of in the same boat, I just think it's so much better for everybody, really.
Yeah. I've seen it when you've given people compliments as well, when I've been with you, and people have gone, oh, I wasn't feeling, you know, the best today. And it's like when you actually acknowledge that beauty that you see in someone, it's like they can recognize it within themselves.
Totally. And it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It really is. Because we all get busy with busyness and busy with life and kids and school and what's for dinner, and it's crazy. And as women, we tend to be the ones that sacrifice ourselves for everybody else. Just every single day, try and do a little bit of something for you that's gonna, you know, lighten the load, brighten your smile. You'll be amazed at how that permeates through every relationship, your kids, your partner, work, everything, because you're feeling good about yourself.
Yeah. I'm excited because it's winter.
Yes.
Yes. But I'm excited because there are now new pieces in Positano for us to play with.
Yes.
Tell us what's new.
So we don't see ourselves as a traditional fashion brand that is very seasonal, you know, like in a Woolies, there'll be, you know, already the winter stuff was out probably in March, you know, crazy. Where I like to kind of see the brand is that year round you will find beautiful resort wear pieces. Should you be going overseas in July school holidays or going to a warmer climate, you will always find a beautiful kaftan, a lovely beautiful printed cozy with a matching something. And then our clothing is geared towards layering pieces, so
which ties in the styling for me.
Definitely. So we've just done a whole bunch of, there's 5 different colors of beautiful 100% cotton scarves that are literally, you can just pop that on. They're 5 beautiful colors that will go with just about anything. And again, that's a layering piece. We've taken our gorgeous sienna dress that everybody loves. We've done a long version, we've done a short version in the past, and now we've made a blouse. So we've made a top. We're going to be doing that in various different colors. We are also, our Milano pants, which are amazing, such an incredible fit pants. We've done them before in a linen blend, we've done them in 100% linen, and we've done them in a viscose. They are slightly tapered with a bit of elastic at the bottom. Just the most incredible fit with pockets, so you'll see more of that coming out. Our boyfriend shirt, which is always a win. It's a classic button up, beautiful button detail blouse. And I've been very specific with the types of fabric that we're coming out with. We've also done an incredible little jacket, once again layering piece, so you could wear the pants, the boyfriend shirt, the jacket with the scarf. Typically I've done them in colors and fabrics that will work with other things in your wardrobe. I think you're definitely still going to see a lot of color. You're going to see navy, quite a lot of navy. We are still bringing some white, which is a classic that can be in your wardrobe all the time. Yeah, and I think it's pieces that can literally carry you through a transition from summer, spring, autumn,
layering into winter,
and just adding, you know, a few bits. I'm wearing our new ruffle top. It's in a viscose lycra. It has a long sleeve. We've done it in a beautiful pink, in a black, and in a off-white. So those three for now. I typically try not wear a lot of black because I have done my color wheel and I am a summer. And I shouldn't really be wearing black, but I do love a little black. And I think again that's the thing with playing with color is there are guidelines and there are things that you know suit your skin tone, but there's also sometimes you just
break the rules.
Exactly, and you can
made
play
the rules.
and you can have some fun with it. So. Yeah, a couple of years ago, there's an amazing company in Durban. We can do a little shout out to to Image Insured. It is a mom and daughter run business. They're based in Durban, but they do it online. So I did mine online. And then when I was in Durban last year, I actually went and had a makeup lesson with them, because then they show you the colors that you should be wearing and how to apply it for your season. So I'm a summer, and it's an amazing experience. We'll drop the link in. Just feel free to connect with them. What it does for me is when I walk into a shop, or when I am choosing fabrics, I know that there are certain colors that suit a lot of people across the color wheel, and so I will hone in on those. Or if I am in one of the big retail stores and I know I'm looking for something specifically, I can scan and I make a beeline for those.
Because sometimes it's so intimidating.
It's overwhelming, exactly. Is that if you look at color, you know, a blouse or something, anything that's going to go near your face, you want the color to pop as bright as possible. You can put two greens next to each other, and the one's got a gray undertone that's immediately gonna make your face look a little bit more sallow, a little bit more washed out, versus something that just pops is immediately going to brighten up your face and brighten up your smile. So just, you know, little things like that I think help in all of this, in styling, in merchandising, in what sort of fabrics I'm choosing.
And going in empowered. And knowing, like, I'm in the front, I'm not looking for somebody to tell me what I need. I actually know what I need.
Definitely. Yeah. And even as far as accessories go, based on being a summer, I am definitely more inclined to wear silver. But does that mean I don't wear gold? Absolutely not. I love, especially if I'm wearing sort of neutrals and I want a little pop of something, I love gold jewelry, and then I will do that. Doesn't mean I'm now no longer going to wear gold. I know that silver suits me more. But yeah, I love breaking some of those rules, especially if I'm wearing leopard print or something, you know, some nice bright gold, and I love that.
One thing I wanted to mention was even just seeing, you were saying about like wearing the same color, but I see different textures and different shapes. So it's like, that's how for me it's styled.
So monochromatic styling is a big, or dressing is a big thing. In styling, there's two of the ways you can look at it is dopamine dressing, which is very much around the color and that hit of dopamine and that joy, a beautiful cobalt blue scarf, or, you know, something
when
bright
I'm watching
and
my
fun
reels, I'm like,
exactly. It emits that like, that amazing feeling. And then monochrome, funny enough, started the way, you know, in my experience, started very much with neutrals. It was back in the day, I would never have worn white with cream. But now it's a thing, you know. So monochromatic started with all the neutrals, the beiges, the creams, the browns, so it's more tonal. And whereas now it's like if you want to wear all turquoise or all black or all reds, you can. The one way to make it interesting and to play, like you said, is the texture. And so shape. The different fabrics just create that interest. So I love that. Gorgeous. I love playing with that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yay.
So I think to wrap us up, what can people look forward to in this season of Positano and the season of Debbie as you've walked into your fabulous 50s?
Definitely more and more authentic with each day. We want you to come into our boutique and feel seen and get the advice, feel comfortable enough to say, I saw this online, I'm not sure how to do this, or I'm not sure that this goes with this. Please give me your input. I want to get to know our customers more. You know, we do our plunge on a monthly basis. We're looking to extend those events. Some exciting things coming up and in the pipeline. You know, I see it so often when I'm in the shop, the buzz and everybody's feeding off that energy, and I want to be able to do more of that. And so a couple of more events. Continue producing throughout the year. There's some more exclusive prints coming. We've done a winter version of our beach robe, which will be launching soon. That just continues to be such a win. Everybody
forever favorite.
Forever favorite. The nice thing is that we don't only stock Positano in the boutique. So I do stock a few other local brands. Not all of them are local. One lady does import, and I love her Indian cotton, just providing something that I don't do. You know, so I've hand-picked brands that complement what we don't do. So some of those brands are pitched at a younger audience. And as we are growing, we are catering for up to a 2XL in certain of our styles. So just being more size inclusive as the time goes, you know, as we grow. We are coming up to our 3rd year anniversary at the Nurtured Farm Village, and I must say it's been the best decision ever.
Yeah.
We absolutely love being here. Yeah, so lots of exciting things, new prints, say some of the same styles, just modified. A big focus on quality of fabric. So where before I would have possibly done something in a linen blend, we'll be doing it in 100% linen. Obviously that impacts the price point, but it's very much a quality focus. You know, we want to still be here in 5 years to come. We, you know, this is not a fly by night, and I always say I think ignorance is bliss when it comes to working in the textile industry and in the fashion industry, because I didn't grow up in this world. I've just kind of charged ahead and done things and made things happen and paid expensive school fees in order for me to be sustainable and not just be seen as a kind of a, well, here today, gone tomorrow. That focuses very much around refining the fabrics, refining the quality. We've been working very hard on our cuts, on our fits. So yeah, exciting times, and just probably more of a quiet confidence coming through, which I'm loving.
Thank you guys for joining us, and thank you, Debbie.